Hi, Bashar.
And good day to you.
I have a two-parter. The first part is
two-parter.
Two-parter.
All right, part one.
And I know that part two is appropriate. I know it. Part one is a dream that I was awakened from this morning with a thunderous bang outside.
Thunderous bang.
Right.
All right.
And in the physical, there was a physical event going on that awoke me from this dream, and the dream was, in the dream, you know, we had the Topanga fires recently, and
all right, we understand, yes.
I had to load the car with everything that was important to me and wait to see if we had to evacuate.
Yes.
And we didn't, in the sense, so then I unloaded the car and everything's fine. So in the dream, I dreamed that I'm living in a city.
By the way, everything's fine anyway.
Right, right.
Go ahead.
Thank you. In the dream, I'm living in a city, and I look out instead of in the woods where I really live.
Yes.
And I'm looking out the window, and the city is ablaze, and there's a bridge, and I'm seeing, oh my God, it's really time to get out now.
All right.
And there's no time to pack the car with everything I love.
Yes.
And so I'm very calm, and I just go, oh, okay, I'll just pack it with the doggy toys.
Oh, all right.
2 of each.
2 of each.
2 of each, right.
So now you have your own little ark of doggy toys.
I have my own little, and only one dog, but he gets 2 of each of his style of toy.
Yes.
So I think that's
But there are 2 dogs.
Yes, and I thought, where did that dog come from? Because I only have 1 dog.
Yes.
Where did that dog come from, Bashar?
Where did that dog come from?
Where did that dog come from? I don't know. Are you going to tell me?
Are you serious?
Oh no! Of course. People think I'm a dog sometimes because I love them so much. I think like them. I totally get them.
And it's representative of your serious connection.
Of course. Thank you. Oh my goodness. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, and the fire being real comfortable.
Yes.
Okay, so now we'll go to part 2.
Oh, part 2. All right.
Okay, I might get real emotional on this, so just
that's all
be
right.
prepared.
Have you been fake emotional up to now?
No.
Now you're going to get real emotional?
Oh. No, I mean...
Yes, I understand. I'm teasing you.
Volume-wise. Okay. No. Thank you.
Throwing you doggy toys.
Thank you. Okay. Back when the big fire happened.
Yes, the big fire.
From Malibu and was rushing towards Topanga.
Yes.
We had to evacuate with all of our animals and be outside of the canyon for 3 days watching TV, not knowing if our house was okay. So we're sitting and we're a nervous wreck. I'm absolutely petrified. My stomach is turned inside out. I've never been so scared in my life.
Oh, all right. How exciting.
Deep. It went deep. Yeah.
Yes.
So then all of a sudden we're watching TV and I see the picture on the screen is the view outside my window.
Yes. And you go, oh, look, there's my house.
Yeah. It's a hillside that I meditate on, the rocks on that hillside.
Yes.
The blaze was on the hillside exactly next to it, about, I was guessing, 10 to 15 fire seconds as the fire was moving away.
Yes. And?
Time of moment of reckoning, right?
Yes.
Shock.
Yes.
I hear a voice inside my head say no to the fire. I'm thinking, right?
Yes.
And it's my unseen friends, and I'm going, that's totally stupid. And then the next thing that I thought.
You have stupid unseen friends?
No. It was the thought that I had. It was the thought that I thought it was a stupid thought.
Doggy toys.
Oh, thank you. Okay. So then I'm thinking, well, what other choice do I have? You know, we've already gone through 2 seconds with that thought.
Yes.
And so I thought, okay. And so I try to say no, and nothing comes out. There's nothing. My vocal cords won't work.
Oh, all right.
So then I try again, and nothing comes out. And I try again, and there's like this gross little squeak kind of comes out. And I'm trying and I'm trying and I'm really giving it everything I've got to say no to the fire. And finally a little no comes out and then a bigger no comes out and then, no, you son of a bitch, no. Starts screaming, coming out. The girl next to me is screaming the same thing. She's also a channel. And we're screaming and screaming and screaming. And all of a sudden, the energy, it was like we were in the middle of a hurricane and it was blasting and blasting and blasting. And all of a sudden, everything went totally calm.
Yes.
And it
the eye of the storm.
Exactly. And that's exactly what we felt.
Yes.
We looked at each other like, what the hell just happened?
What the heaven just happened.
What the heaven just happened. And the picture had changed from the screen so we couldn't tell in physical reality what happened, right?
Yes.
But we chose to feel that meant everything was okay. And when we got home 3 days later, they had stopped the fire exactly there.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So now this has been a really big event in my life.
Yes.
And when I try to share it with people, they get a little overwhelmed.
I see.
But I think this is the right place to talk about this because...
Well, obviously, because you already are.
Right. Right. Because obviously there was some big time synchronicity going on there.
Oh, yes. And it sounds
involved...
like your invisible friends threw you a bone.
Well, it does, doesn't it?
Yes.
And it was a life-changing, reality-shattering...
Life-changing, yes. Which means you are not the same person.
I have never been the same person
in the same reality at all. So what actually happened?
Okay, now here's what I came up with.
Yes.
And with some help from Tora...
Yes.
Came up with, but she didn't give me the whole thing. He didn't give me the whole thing.
Understood.
Okay. Because there's this outside reality occurring.
There is?
Well, I'm not going to be able to get through this without you bumping me, are you? Okay. All right.
Do you want me to relax the leash a little bit?
A tad, yes. Please.
All right. Go ahead, run around. Chase your tail for a while.
Oh, no, I can't believe you're doing this to me. Okay. Where was I? Okay, why?
Fetch.
Why? I've always cared more about dogs than people. I mean, I pull my car over on the side of the street to see the dogs. Yes. What?
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
Yes.
I don't know. There's like the big puppy dog eyes. They just get me. They just get me. What's the difference?
All right, we'll go on with your story.
Okay. That's another time. Okay, so when I talked to Tora about it about a week later after the fires, I said, this is what happened. What do you think? He said, well, you didn't stop the fire with your anger, Victoria.
Yes.
You stopped the fire with your love. And I went, yeah, I can see that the love was under the anger. Okay. And then I was thinking later.
Yes.
And I thought, it also felt like there was kind of a divine intervention in some way. Well, that's what I wanted to clarify because I needed that to put there.
Based on what we have talked about the nature of the structure of existence, do you understand what obviously happened? I already just gave you a clue. You're not the same person, not in the same reality.
I changed that reality because I chose...
No,
What?
You didn't change the reality. You shifted to another one, representative of your preferential state of being. You tunneled through, with your energy, that eye of the storm feeling was literally you tunneling through, shifting your frequency from one reality to another that simultaneously coexist, parallel reality. One reality in which the fire swept through that area, taking everything with it. Another in which the fire stops at that point. You shifted to the reality in which the fire stops.
So I didn't stop it? I just shifted
you can't
realities?
Stop it. It's already existing in every possible configuration that it can.
Oh.
It's not about changing the outer reality, because there isn't one. It's about changing the inner reality and experiencing the result reflected back to you of the new reality you have taken yourself to.
So all that emotion that was going on in me, that was the turmoil and the terrifiedness of the 3 days,
Yes.
and the trying to then access my vocal cords,
Yes.
and having such difficulty doing
Yes.
that, was a physical part of shifting that.
Yes.
Yes! Cool!
Yes.
Cool!
Remember, we have talked about the idea that oftentimes shifting from one dimension to another will actually experience a little bit of what you might call temporary paralysis, because you're attempting to still work in one dimension when you're no longer there. So as soon as you hit the eye of the storm, you were free. In that sense, you had made the shift. You were now working in a new dimension, a new parallel reality, where you had finally let go of all the things that belonged in the old reality that no longer work. And then you could speak.
And then the experience of the fires got less each time.
Yes.
Even in the dream. In the dream
Yes.
state, it got
Yes.
less.
Yes.
Even
As
though it
you
was
shift
right
your
outside
realities
the window.
in that direction, that can be one result. Yes.
But then it has more to it than that, because
Well, of
it's
course.
not just fires. It's
No. It's everything.
It's
But that's
everything.
your focus. That's what you're using as your transformational crucible symbol.
which is what fire is.
Yes.
Right.
Does this help?
Yeah.
Are you proud that you have arrived at this realization?
Proud? Oh, that's an interesting word.
Yes. It's all right. I'm not going to put a negative spin on it.
Okay. Am I proud?
Do you feel good and appropriate that you have arrived
Oh,
at
I
this
feel
realization?
ecstatic.
Thank you.
But proud threw me a little bit.
All right. Why?
Why?
Yes.
Because I'm kind of been taught that proud is not really a good emotion to have.
I see. You think it comes with arrogance and negative ego.
Yeah.
It can.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to.
Right. Oh.
Pride in the positive sense can also simply be the recognition of your own beauty. You understand? The recognition of your belonging to all that is.
Oh, thank you.
That you
because-
acknowledge and accept and own yourself completely. It can be that too.
Without that negative tinge
Without
to
the
it.
negative idea.
Yeah. Thank you, because I haven't been willing to let myself do that
Well,
because
all right.
of that
Are
definition.
you willing to now?
Oh, yeah.
Then.
Oh, yeah. I'll work on
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
Then, has this helped?
Yes. So much. Thank you.
Then you may please take a bow wow.
In your imagination.
Well, you can say it however you wish. Bow, wow. What is your present time frame?
12 o'clock.
We have whatever time we say we have.
Oh, yes.
You may continue briefly.
Thank you, Bashar. Thank you for the motion with the dot.
Yes.
And the meditation this morning. It really shifted me, or allowed me to shift
Thank you.
rather dramatically from where I've been stuck for the last few years,
All
or
right.
allowed myself to be.
Thank you.
And really remember where I was and how I could move forward.
All right.
And I have a question.
Yes.
I hope that you can give me some insight as to the numbers. Last night, during the lottery, I was drawn number 3 of 10.
Yes.
And my parking ticket, the numerical value on the number on the ticket was 201020.
All right.
And so there's two 20s that keep representing themselves. And I have these numbers represented all the time.
Synchronistically.
Is this a positive synchronicity?
Do you want it to be?
I do.
Well, then it is.
Okay. My question is, this session has really helped me to shift. Do you feel that it could be a copy of it could be received positively by the individual known to you as Dawn?
A copy of it could be received positively?
Yeah.
There is always a positive way to do anything.
Okay.
The individuals must simply assess for themselves what methodology represents the idea of the expression of positive reality for them.
Right, but I would be sending it unconditionally, but do you perceive that it would be received?
We cannot make that determination. It
by
is
the
up
individual.
to Dawn.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I really just, I mean, it's been absolutely amazing this morning. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Are you still exploring democracy?
Absolutely.
Did you find the difference between democracy and republic?
No, not as of yet.
Shall I help?
Please.
A democracy is that which allows for an unlimited majority to rule, but absolutely provides no basis for the protection of individual or minority rights. A republic allows there to be a democratic process of voting, but through a constitution imposes controls on the majority to allow for individual and minority rights. Now, which do you prefer?
Honestly, I think I prefer true democracy.
I have just told you the difference.
Right.
So you are saying that you are in favor of an unlimited majority with absolutely no regard for individual or minority rights?
Yes.
Why?
Because the will of the people should be the will of the planet.
But you see, the idea is the will of the people are expressed in a constitution, not in a majority system.
Well, if the Constitution were upheld, then that might make sense.
That's
but
the key.
Since the Constitution
That's
isn't upheld
the
under the
key.
Republic, then the Republic
No.
isn't working.
The republic doesn't work when it is replaced by a pure majority democracy. And that's what has happened.
No, because if our system were working as a democracy, the situations that we're in right now, we wouldn't be in because it's not the will of the majority.
The situation, however, that you are missing is that the structure, the form of government called a democracy, is what allows for the continuation of what you don't want. The form of government called the republic is the only way to bring to light how the republic has been misrepresented.
Okay.
You cannot, as your Einstein said, solve a problem from the same level in which the problem was created.
That makes a lot of sense on a lot of levels to me right now. It really does. It's really
Do a little
clear.
bit more of your own research, and you will see that just because there may be corruption in a republic that allows there to be a misrepresentation doesn't mean that you abandon the idea itself. It simply means that you need to educate people to go back to it, which a democracy will not allow you to do. So do some more research. You will see.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello and good day, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Thank you. I just want to tell my experience and see what you...
Speak up and be bold so that all may hear what you have to share.
In 2004,
Yes.
I think I was in Baton Rouge, Louisiana around then.
You think?
No, I was.
All right. You are en route to?
No, I wasn't en route. I was at work, actually.
You were at work.
Yeah.
All right.
And I had an experience where out of the nothingness, this pure intelligence came out.
Yes.
I can't describe it.
Yes.
All I can say was pure absolute consciousness.
And what was the effect of this experience?
Well, I noticed that myself inside of it, well, my I am presence, it was like me looking back at myself.
Yes.
But it was much greater than me.
Yes.
And,
Because you were in touch with more of the all that is.
And I just want to, was there a reason why I experienced that, or
No,
was
none
that actually
whatsoever. Are you exploring the idea of the expansion of consciousness?
Oh, yes, I am.
Well, wouldn't that be reason enough to have that kind of an experience as part of that exploration?
Yes, it would. Yeah.
Well, does it have to be more complicated than that?
No.
Is that sufficient?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. Does it feel good?
It feels really good, yeah.
All right. Do you want to expand some more?
Oh, yes, I would.
Well, then you can expect to have more experiences, can't you?
Yes, of
All
course.
right. Does that feel good too?
Yes, it does.
All right. Does this help?
Yes, it does a lot.
Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Yes, one more thing about the photon belt.
Yes.
Do you know when exactly our solar system is gonna go
It's
to?
not really the kind of phenomenon that many of your people think it is. It's simply the leading edge of the collective consciousness wave that represents the crossing of a threshold expressed in electromagnetic terms in your physical reality. Do you understand? You're crossing through it now. 2012 represents the threshold point of critical mass.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Does that help?
Yes. So where are you? Just that. Okay, I understand.
It's the leading edge of the collective consciousness that desires a shift. And thus then critical mass will be crossed in 2012, where the electromagnetic energy will express itself in a more accelerated way on your planet in a variety of phenomenologies, some of which can be the idea of more positive accelerated ideas being able to come to the forefront of manifestation if there is harmonious behavior behind them. Does that help?
Yes, it does.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
We will now, at this time, suggest that you take your refreshment break. At the same time, you will also be playing a little game. So while you take your refreshment break, write down at least 5 things you absolutely know for a fact, without question. Absolutely without question. 5 things you know for a fact. You can start with I am. I'll let you cheat a little bit. But at least 5 things. 10 if you wish. But 5 things you absolutely don't question that you know. That come from a state of knowingness. And it can be anything. It can be, I absolutely know my dog loves me. As long as it's something you absolutely know without question. At least 5. That is your assignment during your refreshment break. We will discuss some of those when we resume contact. Enjoy. We will resume contact in 1.5 of your hours. Good day. How's it going?